Alright, hey guys, what's up? It's Lorman. It's the first video that I've made since I got to college. I just wanted to say that I am adjusting okay to college. Things are going decently well. They could be a little better, but we take it one day at a time. So, I wanted to tell you guys that I am working on other videos. Like, I have a whole bunch of stuff recorded. I just have to actually edit it down. So, don't worry, there's no shortage of footage. I'll even show you a sneak peek right here.
Someone watch my stream.
Or else what?
Or you die.
Else. Come here, Colin.
All you gotta do is get clickbait video.
Wanna do a team combo? Okay.
Yeah, we could try team combo.
Oh. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to use, Steph.
Not blue.
You know
Not
what to use,
blue.
Steph.
Not blue.
Remember
Yeah,
all
the
those
blue.
ties. Remember
If
all
you
those
choose
ties.
blue, if you choose blue, he wins. Okay.
So that should be fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoy that. But the one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about are Brawlhalla Egos. And I'm actually not even talking about the people at the top, right? Like, because when you thinking about the people at the top, and I mean like pro players, if you think of really any pro scene, you're going to have people that have big egos, right? Some people that come to mind are like, you know, there's Double Lift from League of Legends that comes to mind. Maybe another person might be Demonte, maybe. But I mean, there are people in esports that just have big egos. It's just part of their personality. What I'm talking about are egos that people just feel like they feel the need to express their superiority over someone based on the fact that they're higher ranked than someone. And I've experienced this not just on Brawlhalla Twitter, like, or I don't know that I've experienced it, but I've seen people, you know, have this happen to them, where they'll talk about the game from their perspective, and then they're just invalidated entirely because it's like, oh well, you're not a platinum player, you're not a diamond player, therefore you have no opinion. And I have actually seen this from some diamond players, you know, maybe even some pros that have this mentality, and personally, I just don't agree with it. Like, don't get me wrong, when it comes to talking about balance of the game, like, what can we do to make the game better? That's one thing, right? I don't particularly think that you should, you know, particularly balance to the lowest common denominator, right? I kind of made a video about this, so if you want to watch it, I'll link it, but that being said, that doesn't particularly mean that you're not allowed to talk about the game just for the sake of talking about it. That makes no sense. If someone is a silver player and they want to talk about how Axe is annoying in their elo, or how Lance, Axe, whatever, is annoying in their elo, then they have every right to do that. There should be no one cheating on them for having an opinion purely based off of how they play the game. It doesn't matter if they're not platinum, or it doesn't matter if they're not diamond, they're still allowed to have opinions. The idea that because someone is low elo in a video game, therefore they cannot have any opinions is stupid, because if you think about it, the way that any video game works, or just any game in particular, is that everyone experiences the game differently. I mean, when I play League of Legends, I am a silver scrub. Like, I don't play the game as much as, say, some of my friends who might be platinum or diamond. But when I talk to my friends about the game, they don't immediately just write off what I have to say as, oh, you're a low elo player, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, like, that just doesn't make any sense. At least if you're going to do that, you should at least be decent enough to explain why it is you think that way, and maybe even try to explain how you think their viewpoint is, or explain your viewpoint and explain why you think theirs is that's not correct. But to just straight up disrespect people based off their rank is really disgusting. And as a matter of fact, I feel like this happens the most in platinum and diamond elo, because it's something called the platinum effect. Like, I don't know what it is, but when people get to platinum in Brawlhalla, they suddenly think they know everything about the game, so they feel the need to express or flaunt that knowledge to everyone that they know. And I don't know, it's just even especially true with, like, I don't know, like, sometimes it just feels like people don't know how to navigate a conversation about Brawlhalla without bringing up rank. It's just not important. Rank really does not matter in this game, unless you are a pro or even a semi-pro. Rank does not matter in this game. Anyone can beat absolutely anyone. And the fact that some Brawlhalla players have this deluded, you know, idea that, oh, I'm platinum, therefore I have more, it doesn't give you any more of a right to shit on someone's opinion. For a diamond player, doing the same thing to you because you're platinum. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The egos on some people that play this game is insanely high, and I think it's a problem because it ruins the game for some people, because not everyone wants to play the game at an uber competitive level. There are even high elo players that don't want to play the game at a highly competitive level. They just play because they enjoy the game. And when you have people that are in the community that just basically trash on their entire opinion on the basis that they aren't the best player or they are not the most outstanding player, is dumb. If you are a gold, silver, bronze, or tin player, you have a right to an opinion, and no one should crap on you because you have an opinion that is different than the rest of the community. I remember Dopa, or Apto, in the League of Legends community. And if you guys don't know who Dopa is, basically, he's the best solo queue player in the world. He can play all 5 roles to an extremely high level. He's gotten rank 1 on numerous different Asian servers where the best players in the world are playing. He's even gotten banned from Riot for boosting accounts because he did it so well. So this guy knows what he's doing. And in one of his videos, he talks about where he gets all his strategies from. And he even admits that most of the strategies and the champions that he plays to get to these high elos aren't particularly all him. Some of them he gets from lower elos, like gold elo, which goes to show that there is something that you can learn from every elo. So if you're one of those players or one of those people that just go, well, you're a platinum player or you're a gold player, ergo you have no opinion, you suck. You should reconsider, because number one, they play the game just like you do, and therefore everyone has a right to their opinion. And number two, you can actually learn something from how they play. It's just mind-boggling to me that in a game, a free game like Brawlhalla, that people can't just accept that people are going to have different opinions than you. People are going to have opinions that you may not agree with, and that's okay. People may have experiences that you don't agree with. There may be someone who thinks, wow, I think that guitars are the stupidest weapon in the game, and I don't think that anyone should, like, and that's fine. I don't agree with that, but that's fine if they want to have their opinion. But that doesn't mean you should go and shit on them because they have a different opinion, and then go and rub it in their face that because they're playing in a low elo, ergo your opinion doesn't matter. Now, I mean, I guess the context is different, but if someone's just like venting or talking about their experience with the game, that's not an invitation for you to go and immediately say, oh, well, you know, you're just shit at the game. That just doesn't make sense to me, and, you know, I don't know. Like, this rant kind of is a mess because I didn't plan it, but it's just something that was on my mind recently, and I wanted to talk about it because, I don't know, I'm getting really sick and tired of Brawlhalla Twitter. It's really making me upset in a lot of different ways because, like, people just don't know how to conduct themselves, and it's not just, you know, average players. In some cases, it is also pros that I'm talking about. I won't mention any names, but there are people that I don't particularly, you know, think have the etiquette to conduct themselves online in a conversation. And I get that the majority of the fans that play Brawlhalla are younger people, so that makes sense, but just some people just don't have the decency, and it really makes me upset because it makes a lot of people discouraged to play the game. Newer players who aren't as high elo, it discourages them from playing the game. And I think that is the opposite effect of what you want to have if you're someone that has been playing the game for hours and hours and hours. So, I don't know. Maybe I didn't make any sense at all in this rant. Maybe, like, I didn't write anything for this. Like, this is just straight off the cuff, raw Lorman thoughts, and, you know, there's no doubt that I probably maybe contradicted myself here or there somewhere, but I mean, I hope that the idea gets through that just because you're a low elo player does not mean you're not allowed to have thoughts about the game. Now, you have to understand that when you talk about these thoughts with people, they may not always agree, and they have their reasons for disagreeing, but as long as it doesn't go along the lines of you're at the game, therefore you shouldn't have an opinion, that's different than saying, you know, you're not as good at the game, so, you know, my opinion will be different from yours, because that's a valid reason. You know, Wrenched is going to have a completely different view on guitars than someone who's in silver, and that's just because they play against different people at different levels in the game, and that's fine. But Wrench is never going to say, hey, you're at the game, here's why you're wrong. Like, that's just not how you go about it. and also telling you wouldn't say that you're not allowed to have an opinion because you're a low elo player either. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't know if I made any sense in this video, but I don't know. I guess tell me what you think, and if you guys agree or disagree. And I will I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.